We're back. It's been a little while since I've been over here. I think I always say that every video, but I've finally got a day off from work, so I've come to do a little bit on the 1972 GT Beetle. Is it 72 or 73? I often wonder that, because it was made in 72 but registered 73. So what's it classed as? I don't know, you tell me. We're up here against my dad's AMC Hornet, doing some engine work. That looks like fun, but I'm not going to be doing anything extensive like that. I got the lights fitted in the rear of last video, sorry, and they are working. However, I'm missing seals, not here, but I've got new ones, and here, so I'm going to fit those seals. I've also got hardware for mounting the bumper brackets, and so the bumpers can go on shortly. And I will just continue on adding things. Probably get on with headlights. I don't know if I showed, I'll put the seal in here, so that's why the door's kicked out. So I'm trying to let that seat in place. Obviously the door's kicked out quite badly there, but cold weather doesn't help with that. But I've got the headlights, I might see about fitting as well. Excuse me, I'm full of flu. So I'm going to get on with that. Okay, so I've got the lens off there, just 4 screws, and this base plate is loose as well. See, this is the seal that it came with, so I've got replacements for them either side. It's them ones, and the ones for the back look like this. So I don't have any for them, and they're ridiculous price for a seal. But, and there's the hardware for the bumpers, the brackets, so I can get them fitted. Pretty straightforward, they're made to washers, no big deal. Oh, and I also got grommets for the wiring to run through in here, because I don't know if you'll be able to see. Oh yeah, there's a hole there. Need a grommet. I don't even have a hole that side, so that means I'm going to have to drill a hole in the paint, but that's what it is, has to be done. So I'm going to fit these and do something else. I've got the back seal in place there. I have used a little bit of glue just to keep it in place, because obviously when you're trying to fit that in this in the wing, you don't want this to be falling out of position. So I don't know whether that's a good idea or not. You can see a little bit of glue there, but just to get it in place. Obviously I'm going to trim off the ends here when it sets off a little bit and it doesn't start falling out. Right, I got that one bolted down in place, so I'm much happier with that. You can see seal up in there, so that should prevent any water, any rainwater or anything running back down behind there. So now we've got this seal here to fit in the outside. I'll probably run a bit of glue in there as well, just to keep that in place, although maybe not. Once I stay in, we'll see. So that inner seal there holds itself in place fine. I don't need to put any glue in. It's not an amazing thing to be doing on your car really, but just stuff like this is nice detail, finishing touches, and for me it makes a big difference, the car coming together after working on it for so long. So I'm just going to continue on. I'll do the other side, so I need to film that, and then see what else I can do today. Just show the finished article real quick here. Let's see in place. It's quite visible up the top section here. I don't know whether that's just whether they like that or it's just the finish of the. These are obviously aftermarket bases, and this is a new old stock polymatic. See there, it's quite a nice lens. But it'll do its job. It'll hopefully prevent any rainwater or moisture getting in there. You know, some of you guys out there might have helped me out by maybe telling me that before I assembled the light and put it back on, I needed to fit the grommet that I just got done talking about. But anyway, not that much work, just a bit of faff. The issue I have here is, I don't know what this hole was originally for, but this is apparently the grommet that is meant for this section, and it doesn't fit, which is fine because that hole's a bit probably not original. I don't know. This car's been messed with so much. So now I've got to figure out what size I need for this to fit nicely. Drill it out, run the wire through, and do the thing. And then I've got to drill out a hole on that side because it doesn't exist. I think maybe originally they went through where I now have the cutouts. I don't know if my camera's being weird in this recording, but while I'm filming it definitely is. And I've noticed there's glare down here in this corner here. I apologise. I'm using my phone. The protector's cracked. The audio's bad. What are you going to do? So I'm going to figure out what size I need to make that hole to fit this grommet. Do that. Put the wires back through and same on the side. Right everyone, it's been a week or so. The next job is this rear tin. So I previously welded these in. To give it a neat look, but unfortunately because of the exhaust I have, I'm going to have to take them back out because they're no longer well, my tin will no longer fit in there with them in, so yep, so I'm going to just slice off the top, both sides, see if it lines up the hole with the exhaust, and then go about cutting the rest of it off. So I got those cut out. That was fun, nice and easy. Just cut some quick holes. Well, unfortunately they didn't line up, so I mean I've got it fitting nice now, as you can see. That looks really good there, and this looks perfect here. I'm not going to have any problems with that, with hot air coming up and what have you. Holes don't line up very well. They may need to come this way a bit, so I might have to trim a bit off that actually, so I can come over. That needs some work, it needs extending and then looping. This one is fine over here. Obviously I'm just kidding, I butchered this to death, but I've got to get it lined up. I can just fill in the gaps. Everywhere else it fits nice, like under there fits real nice. Up with that other bit of tin, you can see it right there. I do have this other tin which appeared to get powder coated. I think it's powder coated. Yeah, it looks like it. A long time ago, and this almost fits. Almost. These are slightly adjustable, but I don't want to move them because fitting the card was a nightmare. but unfortunately a nice big gap there, nothing lines up over here. It's the wrong tin basically, useless. So this is what I've got. I might just make them nice square hole and then I can weld in a nice square piece. See what I decide to do. Okay, so this is what I came up with. I cut the square shape out there so it's neater and easier to deal with. And I just made some cardboard templates to go, no, can't see it there, like that. So I've done it so I know which side it's right hand top and left hand top. And not what I was thinking is, maybe that other piece of tin, powder coated as it is, isn't that useless, because maybe that might work. So I can use these to cut out that section, weld it in here, but I've got to be careful how them holes line up with there once they're in that. That's something I've got to figure out, but that's my plan. See how it turns out. Okay, so now this is what I've done. I decided to put the screws in place so it's more accurate, and prior to messing about with this, I know that I had gaps down at the back here, which I still do a tiny bit, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was. Actually fits up quite nice, and along here. So all I did was elongate a couple of the holes so it would push further forward, and now I've got a more accurate location for these. So I think I might just start there. That's the wrong one. This one here, I might just locate it on there, with line it up with where I've cut out the hole, and just press down on here. That way it'll give me an impression of this, and then I can transfer that over onto there and hopefully cut this out and use on there. I mean, if it doesn't work, I can just make a piece of metal and try again. Doesn't matter if this doesn't line up, but hopefully it will. Right, well, I've got my pieces cut out. Here they sit. Let's see if this is going to work or not. The right hand side. Oh yes. Obviously I've got some excess material to trim off there. All I could do is just scribe around that now, and then I know exactly where to cut out. Let's try the left hand side. Can't be mad at that. It should work. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to scribe around these now, and then I know for a fact everything will line up. I'll try and get the hole as central as possible there. Obviously it's going on a bend here, so that might be a little bit difficult to do, but should we figure it out. Let's get it welded in. Excuse the mess, but you have to make one to break some eggs, scramble something. So here we go. I just got one of these Gligo clamps in place just so you can see how it's going to work. Obviously I'm going to clean off all the metal now and weld them in, and job done. Obviously I'm going to start out this tab here, and because I've elongated some of these holes, the washers fall through, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, I don't know, but I'm happy with that. Let's get them welded. There you have it, guys. Job well done. I know some of you out there watching might be thinking it's some of the worst welding I've ever seen. However, it has been a while since I've welded anything, and luckily for me, I can weld both sides of the tray, so that's going to look, well, you're not going to notice by the time I've ground it down and finished welding up, but the main thing I'm concerned about is the holes lining up, and well, look at that, perfect. So I'm happy with that, and as you can see, I don't have any light left, so I'm probably going to call it there. I'm going to come over, weld this up completely, grind it down, paint it, then I can put the apron on, get my latch working, bumper, back end done. So that's it. Thanks for everyone for watching and all the new subs, appreciate it. And see you in the next video. Cheers.